Good afternoon. It is January the 16th, 2018. Time to recap our trading today. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may be overcompensated by the impact of any uncertain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, we did get stops below 75. The breakout that took us up to 28.08 took place out of the 27.75. We've got a 38 point day today. Pretty nice profit taking. In bull markets, the correction is usually contained by 50 to 70 points. This trade, we talked about it at length this morning right here, was a good trade. 6 to 8 point trading range, quite often in low volatility. That's what we look for. This is a legitimate trade. This is leg 1. We talked about that. That was leg 2. We were still of the mind that we were buyers. We had the 90 to 92 was the second area that we were looking for, and you can see that held for a bit, but not for long, not the entire trading session. So market rolls over, and when we break this low right here, this is the first time. Now this is why 2 out of 3 breakouts are false. There's your breakdown, your breakout trade. They got stops. So taking out this low is a much safer trade, because this is the first move and this is potentially a second move. There's no guarantee that that one will work either, but because we're getting lower highs and we are getting lower lows, when we take that out, the logic says that we should continue to move down. So don't forget those. It's the second leg that we have to take when we're working these markets. Okay, the F1 screen is going to show selling. It's an outside day actually that says trade it. Excuse me. Lots of selling on the F2 screen. So right here, the break in the market's at 85 to 88. 83 to 88 is a 5-point range. Last rotate up and M period stopped here at 83.50, 84. We've got that Globex low at 88. We've got this high right here at 89. So 88, 89. If you draw a line across, that's probably our best resistance level. On the buy side, 75 or better. That high, that breakout high right there in the day session was retested, and it essentially held. So 10 points, 20 points, 30 points, 40 points. You just never really know when these things get going. It's easy to come back and talk about it, but when you're in it, it's difficult to make those decisions. Tomorrow's news: IP, industrial production up 0.4, manufacturing up 0.3. No one will pay any attention to it. Capacity utilization 77.3. Housing market index at 73. And then the beige book. They will look at the beige book to see if all 12 of the Fed's regions are showing economic growth, showing accelerating economic growth, etc. We should expect good numbers from the energy producing states and areas. Automobile, heavy manufacturing probably holding their own minimally. And so the beige book will probably get a little bit of extra scrutiny tomorrow. So our first sell is 83.85, then 88 to 90 for sell 2. Our first buy is 73.75, buy 1. Let them get stops below 75, and then 69 to 71. for buy 2. News focus, industrial production, and manufacturing, industrial production. We made it up to 10 degrees today, and we're going for 14. And tomorrow we're supposed to be in the mid-30s. So yesterday came roaring through in the morning, 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, and it looks like it's going to be blown out pretty quickly, which a lot of people will cheer. We got less than an inch of snow, maybe a quarter inch of ice or sleet in some places. But the cold temperatures were the biggest thing this market brought with it. Okay, an outside day in treasuries, trade it. It's a P put in backwards. We talked this morning about 5 holding. 5 to 10 was where resistance was. We weren't able to get through it. The high was 4.5. Set up a nice trade down to 27, and here we sit. So we got a seller, 2304, 2308, and we got a buyer, 2224 to 28, as it stands right now. And if we're to put all of this together, that's a great big B. 3103, sell 1. 5 to 9, sell 2. On the buy side, 24.28 buy 1. 17.21 buy 2. I'd like to get the trade done 3 to 7. Looking at the 30-year. Resistance 28 to the buck. 3 to 7 sell 1. 11 to 15 sell 2. On the buy side, last rotate down was 23, so 20 to 24 is number 1. 13 to 17 buy 1. 1 to 5 buy 2. Gold strong. Again, I think some of the strength when the cryptocurrencies rally, gold kind of goes with them. Not as much, but when cryptos sold today and the stock market, gold came in pretty strong into its close. It had sold up till then. So I really don't know what drives the cryptocurrencies. We had that article that Syria was being invaded by Turkey, who are only going after the Kurds, not the Syrians. So who knows? 40 is resistance. 40.42 sell 1. 44.46 sell 2. Got to think in terms of stops over 1350. On the buy side, 35.37 picks up this area right here, buy 1, and 30.32 buy 2. We have a good market. We shouldn't get much below 35. Just going to trade up. Crude oil all over. I can't believe that recovery it had into its close. They slammed it and then they brought it right back, but anything is possible with crude oil. So a little bit higher than yesterday, lower high, lower low. Find a place to sell it, perhaps. And I mean, there's that huge swing. So going inside the congestion area right here, it looks like a B more so than a P. Looking for a place to sell it. 64, 64 and a quarter, so on. Let them get stops above 64 in London. And then 64, 50, 75, sell 2. On the buy side, 50 to 75, buy 1. That's where, and objective price is below 70. And 63 even, 63 and a quarter, buy 2. Buy number 1 might be a little high there. And looking at the euro, which had a huge day, as did the yen, dollar just got slammed, all capital letters. Inside day, so if we fail to take out and hold 23.50, we can get short. Big comeback. So here's our break in the market here at 22.95, 23 even. So we'll make it 123 even down to 95. So 90 to 123 even by 1. And then 50 to 60 by 2. I think if we get below 22.90, there's more selling to come. 23.25, sell 1. 50, sell 2. Pointed higher, so we have a pretty good shot of getting up to 50, and if 50 fails, that'd be a retest of that high. And we bring some short-term technical selling in. That does it for this January the 16th, 2018. I'll see you bright and early in the morning.